about religion. There's nothing holy about marriage. It's just a way of life. And I've chosen I want nothing to do with either of them. If you want to be a part of it, that's fine. But we need to stop worshiping marriage. We need to stop worshiping families. We need to start worshiping anything that goes out of its way to create victims. Because that's what religion creates. The most ripest ground for men to take advantage of women, men to take advantage of boys and girls, you name it. Because when you're in an environment that cares more about white privilege than it does about kids who can't eat, or illegal aliens that are having their rights taken away, or a country that basically hands a sainthood to a white supremacist who unfortunately died. They don't care about people. They care about their power, their influence. And you can disagree about anything you want, but it is the law. You have to report. And we need to stop creating an environment that makes it easy for men to pray, for women to pray, you name it. We will never be a great country until we immediately nip in the bud any form of abuse. I mean, if churches want respect, they should consistently nip every abuse, every issue in the bud. Then I might respect them. And until they do that, which they never will, because in 3,000 years, we really haven't seen much change when it comes to how men treat women, how men treat gay people, and how people treat sexual assault survivors. But for the last 30 years, we have seen a drastic change in some of the more liberal, progressive denominations of Christianity, which I think is a great thing. I don't like religion. I don't want to be a part of it. But if you want to be, choose a denomination, and there isn't one Christian denomination that doesn't have sexual abuse in it. But if you want to be a part of some Christian denomination, choose a denomination that has the lowest stats, the most progressive, the one that has zero tolerance, the one that gives women authority, access, embraces all forms of people. Don't be a part of the ones that have the highest stats of abuse. Women can't be in any positions of power, and they treat gay people like crap. Stay away from those. And the ones that really do hate everyone and everything that isn't white or male, those are the people that are usually the ones standing behind Trump, applauding him with another transphobic bill that he's passed. And we just need to move beyond patriarchal institutions. We were all born equal. Whether or not our country, our social spheres, or our family is equal is usually up to what you believe, where you live, and how high or how low your self-confidence is. And what's sad is we create women in this country to believe they deserve nothing. They deserve little to nothing. And if a man actually takes the kids for an hour, he should get a medal. That's the country we're raising our kids in. And we need to stop the idea that patriarchal society is natural. It's not natural. Most of the things we consider taboo or consider against the nuclear family didn't exist before, or wasn't even condoned or observed by the majority of people until Constantine elected Christianity as the official religion of the Roman world. before Constantine, Christianity was a death cult, a nothing, a nobody. One Roman emperor made Christianity, or pushed it in the direction that it is today. Before that, most of the things Christians hate or won't vote for weren't taboo. They were parts of society. Christianity in the Western world is the main reason why homosexuality is villainized, why trans people are villainized, why black people are enslaved or were enslaved, and in some ways they still are. Because black men only make 85 cents to the dollar of a white male. And if you're an African American woman, you're making 65 cents on the dollar of a white man. Which is terrible. But we don't talk about that enough. We need to stop idolizing and worshiping institutions like churches and marriage that puts women as a lesser than partner. It puts women and children in a position where they will have little to no hope if the man in their life is terrible. We need to start wearing t-shirts and put billboards up that says that being silent in the face of abuse is a crime. There is no law where an employee can be forced to do something wrong and lose their job. If you saw an employer treating their employee like crap, you report it. Why is it different when it's a wife or children being harmed? The answer is simple. Because the religion in which they're in values the institution of marriage more than it does a wife not being dragged out in a body bag. And it's terrifying. In this country, every 10 minutes, a man kills his intimate partner, usually a woman. Why 85% of predators in America are men? Why 53% of violent criminals are white men? Why 93.6% of predators are men? Because we have a society that protects an abuser, moves him around, and silences people who are lucky enough to get out. And our president does it. He probably could do it in his sleep. Our president has nothing but contempt for female and male survivors of anything. And anyone who would be friends or even admit that they knew Jeffrey Epstein outside of a party is not someone you even want in the White House, let alone near me. And I've been to churches. They will do anything to keep their image intact. We should want nothing to do with any institution, secular or religious, that views their image like they have to stonewall and bulldoze over anyone to keep it intact. This is why I don't like marriage at all. It's an image. And how many people have died or lived their whole lives in misery because they believe it's their job in marriage to suffer everything. And it's not. If you want to suffer things you can't control, like sickness,